All right, another absolute maniac. Who here knows this guy? Who here knows this guy? Duterte. This man is an absolute maniac. But let me tell you something right here about Duterte. I'm not saying he's a good guy. I'm not saying I like him. But there's one thing that I appreciate, which is that he makes no bones about where he stands. Now, I would much prefer to hear the truth, whether it's from a friend or from the government. I would prefer to hear the truth, no matter how ugly the truth is. What's the saying? It goes something along the lines of, it's better to be punched in the face with the truth than to be kissed with a lie. Who here agrees with that sentiment? Say aye. So Duterte, he's unhinged and he's making a lot of really aggressive threats towards people that don't comply with the so-called public health orders. He's making threats against people who don't want to be vaccinated. I have some clips here of Duterte. I'm going to play them for you right now. And look, it's absolutely disgraceful, the threats and manner in which he's treating the people that elected him. But you know what? There are so many politicians around the world who have the exact same playbook as Duterte, but they disguise it. They paint themselves as being very nice and caring. So at least with Duterte, you know exactly where you stand. Whereas someone like Gladys Berejiklian, you may be asking a few questions. Anyway, clip number 1.
Ito ngayong ayaw magpabakuna, sinasabi ko sa inyo, huwag kayong lumabas ng bahay. Kasi pag lumabas kayo ng bahay, sabihin ko sa mga pulis, ibalik ka doon sa bahay mo, you'll be escorted back to your house because you are a walking spreader. Let's give it to the people who want it. Those who do not want it, well, for all I care, you can die anytime.
For all I care, you can die anytime. Yeah, just the words that you want to hear from a leader. I'm sure that our leaders probably feel the same way about us, but maybe they're just a little bit better at biting their tongue. All right, more threats from Duterte. Clip number 2.
You choose. Get vaccinated or I'll have you jailed. I'm telling you, those police cells are filthy and foul-smelling. Police are lazy at cleaning. That's where you'll be.
I will think it over very hard. Legally, of course.
But if you refuse, I will have you arrested.
That is in pursuance to a policy of our crisis of health issue.
You get vaccinated, otherwise I will order all the village heads to have a tally of all people who refuse to get vaccinated. Because if not, I will have them injected with ivermectin, which is intended for pigs.
All right, and now for the infamous shoot them dead statement.
Shoot them dead. Kung gusto ninyo ng barilan, di sige. Gusto ninyo ng pukpukan, sige. I will not hesitate. My orders are sa police, pati military, pati mga barangay, na pagka ginulo at nagkaroon ng okasyon na lumaban at ang buhay ninyo ay nalagay sa alanganin, shoot them dead. Kasi pag maggulo, walang order, walang distribution na mangyari kasi inaagaw, inaambos. Kaya mapipilitan ako na sabihin, wag ninyong gawin yan kasi I will not hesitate to order to shoot you. So let this be a warning to all. Follow government at this time because it is really critical that we have order.
What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? It's pretty shocking to hear a president speak like that. But again, at least he says what he's thinking. I'll tell you what, I reckon Brad Hazard from New South Wales probably listens to Duterte every day. I'd say that someone like Brad Hazard probably watches Duterte speaking and says, "Hey, maybe one day I'll be like this guy." What do you think? Brad Hazard is maybe he's a Duterte wannabe. He wishes that he had the moxie to say that sort of stuff. He's getting a bit more daring, but anyway, it's incredible times that we're living in, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? All jokes aside, arresting people for leaving their home if they're not vaccinated, this man needs to be stopped, and I'm not sure why the international community is not coming together to get rid of Duterte. This man has, in my view, taken COVID and exploited the COVID situation as a means of assuming the ultimate role of a tyrant. And we're seeing the erosion of freedom and democracy all throughout the world. Some places are taking a bit longer than others, but Duterte just jumping on it and seizing a huge amount of power. And it's very, very disturbing. So yeah, my thoughts and prayers for the people of the Philippines. I mean, it's they're so brutal over there, but make no mistake about it, we can get there as well. We're seeing the early stages of state sanctioned brutality right here at home. So, you know, if it can happen in Philippines, it can happen here, ladies and gentlemen. It so can, and I don't think anyone can possibly dispute that now.